Good morning. Breakfast time. Vincent is so proud of the Italian espresso machine. He asked me to film it. Cute. Yeah, this is the first night that we stay in a camping.
First night we're cheating camping.
First night we're
Cheating camping.
cheating camping, yeah, because we wanted to free camp as much as possible. But we found it really hard yesterday to find a free camping spot where the police wouldn't come and fine you or wake you up in the middle of the night and say that you need to leave. So at the end we decided to come to a camping ground, which was also nice because we could recharge all our electronics. We could take out table and chair, because that's also the thing, that in Sardinia if you decide to free camp you need to do it really discreetly. So you cannot have table and chairs outside. That meant that we couldn't really do like a full camping experience, you know, with like having a drink after dinner and such. So now we have allowed ourselves tonight in this camping ground, and I think even the night coming we will, just because then we can start to plan the day after tomorrow, because otherwise it requires you so much time and energy to think about where to sleep the night, find the right spot, and also when you find the spot you need to keep it. You cannot leave, otherwise it can come another car. So it was a little bit constrictive in that way. While with the camping spot yesterday evening, for example, we could just go to Santa Maria Teresa di Gallura and come back and have our spot secured. Today, now we're gonna have a nice cozy breakfast. You can hear the cicada. I don't know if you can even hear me through this sound. It's insane. We will go to, I think we're starting with Capotesta, right?
Yeah.
Capotesta, and then we will go to Porto Cervo and other bays around there. So it's gonna be more like a beach hopping kind of day. Taking the little one on an adventure. Are we fancy now in Porto Cervo? This is the luxurious area of Sardinia where all the rich come.
Non c'è nessun nome che inizia con l'H.
So we just arrived to Porto Quatu and we saw this boat, and Vincent checked online.
And we've just rented it for the following week actually. 75,000 euro.
Per week. That's insane. Such a waste of money. Cute here though. Going to La Maddalena, archipelago just off of Palau. So we are attempting to reach Cala Francese because Vincent is obsessed with all the things that they are not accessible, and he seems to forget that his girlfriend is pregnant. So he still wants to do things like if everything was normal. Plus, I tell him to wait for me, and he doesn't even do that.
I waited.
Isn't that lovely?
I waited.
Lucky me. So we found a little cove for the day. It's only us and like a couple more of people. It's like a little billabong.
There you are.
So we are now walking to the next beach that is called Octopus Head, because it has a rock that apparently looks like an octopus head, and we had to park the car quite further out, and it's how long? 20 minutes walk, Vince?
Yeah, pretty much. That's the octopus. You see from this side where you want to go down first.
Oh,
The edge of the beach wasn't super nice.
okay.
I could see from up there.
like, where are you going? It's a bit... We are going to the museum and this sheep keeps following us. No, don't scare her.
I want to say hi.
No, she's on the way. Believe it or not, we are going to museum. Museums in Sardinia. So we need to say that Garibaldi was extremely important for the Italian history. He's the one that helped to unify Italy, that it was divided in a lot of different reigns. So when we celebrate the holiday of unification in Italy, we still do every single year, it's thanks to Garibaldi. So he came here in Asylum and he lived the last 28 hours of his life.
28 hours.
28 years. Was it 28 years, I think? 26, something like that. And he has built this whole area. He created...
Very first home.
This was his very first home. So cute.
One can almost think, picture, visualize him walking here across the lawn.
I mean, this
entering
is
this door.
this is seriously hardcore Italian history. It's like, if you can think, some of the most important Italian person. This is the bed where he died, actually. Looking outside in the sea.
Admiring all these nice little places.
It's a lot of wine bar and
Some beer place.
yeah,
It's nice.
really nice vibe. Good morning. Good morning, Vince.
Morning.
So it was very beautiful to wake up here, and I thought that I'm gonna take the opportunity to do a van tour while we are in a nice place like this, as quick as this lady leaves in my back. And excuse my face, because despite the beautifulness of the spot, I slept only 3.5 hours.
Great spot you picked.
I did not know that that was coming, so there was some sort of like party around there in the bay that kept going until at least 3:30 at night, and then it was like a lot of mosquitoes in the van. So when the party stopped, we killed the mosquitoes, we closed the window, which it still worked because we have a little hatch up there, so it was coming some breeze from there. And then I finally managed to fall asleep. Oh my god. But this is also, you know, van life. You can, or in particular wild camping, you can never really know what you're bumping into. I mean, if it just wasn't that party, we could have figured out something with the mosquitoes. It could have been like one of the best night sleep ever. But it went as it went. Happy anyway. Now it's coming, like starting to come quite many cars, because there is a really good bathing spot here nearby. So let's see, we're gonna have breakfast and then we start to head inland because we have quite a drive today. So here we have a fridge, which it can run with electricity. So when we are in a camping ground, we can connect with electricity. Otherwise, during the other days, we just filled up with ice and that melted, but anyway, it's really cold water now. And then here we have our little kitchen. So as you see, Vincent had just made coffee for us. This is our luggage that, depending if we are driving, we lay down, otherwise we put it up here so we have space to be And under there we have a chemical toilet. Can you open it so we can show it? Which I have been dearly using for my morning and evening pee needs, but when we are like staying in a nice place like this, there's no need. I can just be in the nature. Otherwise, when we were staying in a parking lot, I would use it. And then what one does is that the top part is filled with some sort of like liquid that is completely deteriorating all the stuff, and then the bottom part you empty every now and then, in particular when it starts to smell, because it does. And then we have just various utensils, like place for other things. Do you want to open that one on your side so we can show like the food and stuff that we are storing? So that we have all water, drinks and snacks like that. We have space up here, so one could eventually sleep up here, but instead we used it to put all our things, all our necessaire, towels and such. This sofa, it lays down and it turns into a bed at night. We have storage also under the sofa. And yeah, here now we have all like the bed sheet and things. Solar shower, which we haven't used at the end. But we felt that it was gonna be good to have it in case for extreme needs, that maybe there is not an accessible shower. And there under here we have chairs and table. Am I missing something?
Umbrella for the beach.
Umbrella for the beach, which we've been using a lot.
Snorkel.
What do you think? Has it been like good?
I could keep going for another couple weeks in this way.
I think what it was really good is that this is not like a huge van, so we've been able also to access a little bit more like inaccessible areas. So it's something in between of a car and a van as a size. For example, even to come to this spot, there is a little bridge that if you would have had a proper van, you couldn't come through. This is how we listen to music in the with the mini. Immaginati in Italy, siendo a me non c'è sta niente fa, ok Napolita, tu vuoi fa l'America, tu vuoi fa l'America. So we stopped in the town of Aggius or Aggius, I'm not sure how it should be pronounced, because now we are crossing the whole Sardinia and back to the other coast of Alghero where we came from. But anyway, we're gonna take a stroll in the town, maybe have lunch here and then continue towards the town of Bosa. It was so hot on the way here, like Vincent's phone switched off itself because it got overheated. The car, it was blinking because the engine, it was getting overheated, we can say. So we arrived to the little town of Bosa. We made our way back to the other side of Sardegna. Oh my god. Today's been super tough actually because it's been extremely hot and we had no aircon in the car. And also there were like wildfires around, and our car, it was like losing power, so I felt it was about to stop in the middle of the road when it's so hot as well, and no shade at all. But we made it, so it took us, like, we've been driving since 10 this morning. We have arrived now, which is 5:30 or something like that. And I am with 3.5 hours sleep, so I'm pretty exhausted. So now I think we're just gonna stay here. We're gonna sleep somewhere around here, take it really, really chill. Hey, last day.
Me, I'm crying behind these sunglasses.
Oh, I didn't do it. It's not as a creme brulee. Nice. Huh?